Now, aren't those a thing of beauty? These are my pineapple guava. Goes by a couple different names, you'll see. Um, a couple different genuses, actually, but I do believe that the correct genus starts with an F, and I have learned how to properly say it. So, this plant comes originally from South America, and it was named by the Portuguese, and it is Feijoa sellowiana. Sometimes you'll see it as aca, but as far as I can tell, it's supposed to be Feijoa sellowiana. However, it's most commonly found or grown in New Zealand and parts of Australia, and they call it Feijoa. So, fun fact, I have spent months in both countries, so I'm going with Feijoa. So Feijoa, sellowiana, really amazing, beautiful broadleaf evergreen tree, silvery leaves, and this time of year, it is loaded in flowers. That doesn't look tropical. I don't know what does. So, they're often used in Mediterranean plantings. They do have a silvery leaf and a very silvery underside. Um, they flower, what are we, July 1st, this time of year, and they produce very lovely edible green fruit. Some people like it with skin, some people like it without. So the flower, I don't know if that's the stamen, the red part, but the white kind of petals, they're soft, and they most closely taste like marshmallow. Very, very good tea. Very good. Probably the best tasting flowers out there. These are pretty drought tolerant trees, although I do find that they enjoy water. Mine are unnamed varieties. There are quite a few different varieties you can get. I bought 4 to start, and 1 was a Coolidge and 3 were seedling. And seedling are basically ones that are just germinated from seed. So unknown. This one you can see is significantly different in size to these two. These two look very similar, very silvery. This one has larger leaves. It's much more green, although it's starting to look a little bit better this year, and it does not tolerate the drought nearly as much. Last year I added a new one because I got them on super sale, just this little one. I have no idea if this is a named variety or not. You will do better if you have more than one. So this one, as you can see, has no flowers, never flowered. This is my most prolific one. And then I got this other tall one. So what can I say about these other than I love them? So they will grow, up to 15 feet wide and tall. I've read that in colder areas, because the tips will burn in the spring, they don't quite get as big. They do here. In places like New Zealand, they use them as like hedge. So you can trim them as a hedge, so it's a nice edible hedge. And so you can trim them as needed. What I found is, because I had a bad ice storm, that the wood is somewhat brittle. So the 1 year, 2 or 3 years back, they basically got snapped in half. So I lost all the growth, but they are coming back with a vengeance this year. So this is one that you definitely want to try. So when you want to eat the petals, just pull them off like that. And they're like juicy too. Hummingbirds like these. That one's a little, I think that one's a little bit different tasting. I'm going to try one of these ones. But this is the one that I usually eat from. Let's see if there's a different, that one almost had a peppery flavor. Like an aftertaste. Yeah, this one definitely does not have that. That's interesting. Very juicy. And these are new flower buds that are set to open. So when you get these small, some the fruits, depending on the variety, some are more egg shaped, some are a little bit more round. Relatively thick skinned. I like eating them with the skin. To me, it has a taste of rockets. So, and here in the U.S., we call them Smarties. So like that powdery, sugary candy that comes in like little rolls wrapped in cellophane. For those of us who are not originally from the U.S., Smarties are something entirely different, but we would call them rockets, and that's what it sort of reminds me of. You can hand pollinate these to help with your fruit set, and hummingbirds do like them. Insects do like them. I'm not seeing any, actually, I'm not seeing anything on here right now, but this tree literally has hundreds of flowers. This guy here, he took a lot of damage in the ice storm, but definitely putting on a good show this year. To help keep your fruit, you're going to want to water these. If you live in a climate like mine, I'm in Portland, Oregon. We get no rain. We've pretty much had no rain since the first week of May. I think we've just had a tenth of an inch since then. And we're into July, so on almost 2 months, and we're not getting anything until maybe September, maybe the second half of September, but usually it's October. So there you go. Definitely want to try this one. And trying to think, how long have I had these? Oh, I would say at least 4 years. Taller than me, probably about 7 feet. That one, not so much. That's the weak one, just over 4. So there you go. So Feijoa, sellowiana, also known as pineapple guava, definite must, both for its looks, its flowers, and its fruit. Thanks for watching.